Sympathy is a profound and complex human emotion that transcends the boundaries of culture, language, and time. It is a fundamental aspect of our social fabric, allowing us to connect with and understand the suffering of others. As we explore the multifaceted nature of sympathy, we will delve into its definition, development, and importance in human relationships. We will also examine its role in various contexts, including personal relationships, literature, and society at large. Sympathy is a powerful force that binds us together, fostering empathy, compassion, and the potential for positive change. Defining sympathy. Sympathy is often confused with empathy, but the two are distinct yet interconnected emotions. While empathy involves feeling what another person feels, sympathy is more about understanding and acknowledging their emotions without necessarily experiencing them yourself. Sympathy is the ability to recognize and share in the feelings of another, particularly when they are in distress, sorrow, or pain. It is an emotional response that signifies a compassionate connection between individuals. Sympathy versus empathy. Sympathy and empathy both involve an emotional response to the suffering of others, but they differ in their nature and depth. Empathy is the ability to step into another person's shoes and experience their emotions from their perspective. It requires a deep emotional understanding and often results in feeling the same emotions as the person in distress. In contrast, sympathy involves recognizing and understanding someone's emotions without necessarily feeling those emotions as intensely. It is a more cognitive and compassionate response. The importance of sympathy. Sympathy plays a pivotal role in our lives, enabling us to connect with others on an emotional level. It serves as a bridge between individuals, fostering understanding and support. In times of need, knowing that someone sympathizes with our suffering can be incredibly comforting. Sympathy is not limited to consoling others, it also plays a critical role in building and maintaining healthy relationships. It encourages open communication, trust, and a sense of belonging. 2. Development of sympathy. The development of sympathy begins in early childhood and evolves throughout our lives. It is influenced by various factors, including genetics, upbringing, and social experiences. Early childhood. Research suggests that infants as young as 1 year old display rudimentary forms of sympathy. They may react to the distress of others by expressing concern or offering comfort, even without fully understanding the situation. This early manifestation of sympathy lays the foundation for more complex forms of emotional connection as children grow. Parental influence. Parents and caregivers play a significant role in shaping a child's capacity for sympathy. The way they model empathetic and sympathetic behaviors influences the child's emotional development. Children who observe their parents showing concern and compassion towards others are more likely to develop strong sympathetic tendencies themselves. Socialization. As children enter school and interact with peers, their capacity for sympathy continues to develop. Socialization teaches them to understand and navigate complex emotions in others, which is vital for building positive relationships. Encouraging a supportive and compassionate social environment fosters the growth of sympathy in children and adolescents. Empathy training. In recent years, there has been a growing interest in empathy training programs in schools. These programs aim to enhance children's and adolescents' ability to understand and support their peers. By teaching children to recognize and express sympathy, these programs contribute to the development of more compassionate and emotionally intelligent individuals. 3. Sympathy in personal relationships. Sympathy is the glue that holds personal relationships together. It fosters emotional intimacy, trust, and mutual support. Whether in romantic relationships, friendships, or family bonds, sympathy is a fundamental building block of human connection. Romantic relationships. In romantic relationships, sympathy plays a crucial role in couples' ability to understand and support each other. When one partner is going through a difficult time, the other's sympathy can provide solace and strengthen the bond between them. It is often in these moments of vulnerability that couples deepen their emotional connection. Friendships. Sympathy is equally vital in friendships. Friends who can sympathize with one another's struggles, joys, and challenges create a nurturing and supportive social network. Sympathetic friends provide comfort and encouragement, helping each other navigate life's ups and downs. Family bonds. Within families, sympathy is the thread that weaves generations together. Parents who show sympathy for their children's experiences build trust and a strong emotional connection. Sibling relationships are also enriched when siblings sympathize with each other's unique journeys. 4. Sympathy in literature. Literature has long been a medium through which authors explore the depth and complexity of human emotions, including sympathy. The portrayal of sympathetic characters and the evocation of sympathetic responses in readers are essential elements of storytelling. A. Sympathetic characters. In literature, authors often create sympathetic characters to elicit emotional responses from readers. These characters may face adversity, injustice, or personal struggles that readers can relate to, causing them to feel a deep sense of connection and compassion. B. The power of narrative. Narrative storytelling is a powerful tool for evoking sympathy. It allows readers to step into the shoes of the characters, experiencing their emotions and challenges. Through narrative, readers can develop a profound understanding of the characters' experiences, which often leads to a sympathetic response. C. Building empathy. Literature also has the power to build empathy and sympathy for real-world issues and marginalized communities. Books that shed light on the struggles and experiences of people from different backgrounds can foster understanding and sympathy among readers, encouraging them to support positive social change. V. Sympathy in society. Sympathy is not confined to individual relationships, it extends to the broader society. A compassionate and sympathetic society is one that recognizes the struggles of its members and strives to address their needs. A. Social justice and activism. Sympathy is a driving force behind social justice movements and activism. When individuals or groups within society sympathize with the suffering of others, they are more likely to take action to address injustices and create positive change. Sympathy is the foundation upon which many advocacy and humanitarian efforts are built. B. Politics and policy. Sympathy also has an impact on politics and policy making. Leaders who can evoke sympathy in their constituents are often more successful in rallying support for their causes. Policies that reflect a sympathetic understanding of the needs and challenges of a diverse population are more likely to be effective and just. C. Global sympathy. In an increasingly interconnected world, global sympathy is becoming more important. It involves recognizing and responding to the suffering of individuals and communities worldwide. Sympathy on a global scale can lead to increased humanitarian aid, support for international development, and efforts to address global challenges such as poverty, climate change, and pandemics. 6. Challenges and barriers to sympathy. While sympathy is a powerful and positive emotion, it is not always easy to cultivate and maintain. Various challenges and barriers can hinder our ability to sympathize with others. A. Emotional burnout. Constant exposure to the suffering of others, whether through personal relationships or exposure to global issues, can lead to emotional burnout. It can be emotionally draining to constantly sympathize with the struggles of others, and individuals may find it challenging to balance their own well-being with their compassionate instincts. B. Empathy fatigue. Empathy fatigue, also known as compassion fatigue, is a phenomenon where individuals become desensitized to the suffering of others due to overexposure. This can make it difficult to maintain a consistent level of sympathy and engagement with the struggles of others. C. Bias and prejudice. Bias and prejudice can hinder the development of sympathy, particularly when individuals harbor negative attitudes toward those who are different from them. Overcoming bias and prejudice is essential for fostering a more compassionate and inclusive society. 7. Cultivating and nurturing sympathy. Cultivating and nurturing sympathy is a lifelong process. It involves self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and a commitment to understanding and supporting others. A. Self-awareness. Self-awareness is the foundation of sympathy. To sympathize with others, one must first understand their own emotions and biases. Self-reflection and introspection are essential for developing the capacity for sympathy. B. Active listening. Active listening is a key skill in nurturing sympathy. By listening attentively to others and asking open-ended questions, individuals can better understand the experiences and emotions of those they are engaging with. C. Empathy building. Building empathy, which often precedes and enhances sympathy, can be achieved through reading, participating in empathy training programs, and seeking to understand the perspectives of individuals from diverse backgrounds. D. Acts of kindness. Acts of kindness, no matter how small, can foster sympathy by allowing individuals to actively support others. Simple acts of compassion, such as volunteering or helping a friend in need, can strengthen one's capacity for sympathy. 8. The impact of sympathy. Sympathy has a profound impact on individuals and society as a whole. It is a force for positive change that can shape our relationships, influence our actions, and drive societal progress. 8th, positive relationships. In personal relationships, sympathy builds trust and emotional intimacy. It fosters a sense of belonging and connection, making it easier for individuals to navigate life's challenges together. B. Social change. Sympathy is a catalyst for social change. It motivates individuals to take action, support causes, and work towards a more just and compassionate society. Many humanitarian efforts and advocacy movements are born from the sympathetic response to the suffering of others. C. Emotional well-being. Cultivating sympathy can contribute to an individual's emotional well-being. By connecting with and supporting others, individuals can experience a sense of purpose and fulfillment, which can lead to increased happiness and life satisfaction. Conclusion. Sympathy is a deeply human emotion that binds us together, fostering understanding, compassion, and the potential for positive change. It is a complex emotion that develops throughout our lives, influenced by our upbringing and social experiences. Sympathy plays a critical role in personal relationships, literature, and society at large. It is a driving force behind social justice, politics, and global humanitarian efforts. While there are challenges and barriers to sympathy, individuals can nurture and cultivate this emotion through self-awareness, active listening, empathy building, and acts of kindness. The impact of sympathy is far-reaching, contributing to positive relationships, social change, and emotional well-being. In a world that often seems divided and distant, the power of sympathy remains a beacon of hope and connection.